What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to learn this.
And this.
Okay, so the movement that you just saw is a movement that we call around the world. So we did a standing variation, and then we're going to do a from the floor variation. The reason we're doing this tutorial is because Chelsea uploaded a quick clip of us doing this during rehearsal to our TikTok, and what ended up happening?
It like blew up.
Yeah.
It blew up there, and it's our most liked and viewed video on our Instagram. We have all these like beautiful pictures and beautiful videos that we've gotten done professionally, and this movement is the one that took off. So we decided, we're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna do, instead of it just being a cool slow-mo video, we're gonna do a tutorial for you guys. So that's what we're gonna work on.
All right, guys, so we're gonna go through the standing variation of the around the world first. So we're gonna talk about the bases part. Let's talk about the handhold real quick. So we're gonna take what we call it a trapeze grip. Basically, we're gonna go up near the forearms where we're gripping. That way, when we're in the movement, naturally some settling is gonna occur. So we're gonna sort of end up around the hands. We wanna try and start higher up on the arms. Okay, so this is my right hand, this is her right, and then we're gonna go left to left like that. Again, trying to sort of get high up on the forearm for when that natural settling occurs. So now that we have the hand hold, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my body more square up towards the camera, and together we're gonna count 5, 6, 7. We're both gonna go down into a plie, and on 8, we're gonna be shooting up, and then about count 1, we're gonna be up in the air. From there, I wanna focus on not bringing the lady around, but I wanna focus on going up as high as I possibly can. And then by turning my body and her doing her leg thing, that's gonna swing her around to the front. So you'll be tempted, but don't swing your hands around in a circle. You need to try and get as vertical as possible and then let the movement actually happen. So we'll demonstrate it real quick. We have 5, 6, 7, up, and down. Okay, so real quick, there's a couple different ways to finish this one out. This is Chelsea and I's personal preference because it makes a beautiful line. But let's talk about the ending real quick. So this particular ending, it's really important that when you finish this movement and the lady's down, you're in like this lunge position and her head is really close to the floor, it is best that you try not to watch that entire movement happen. So my shoulders don't need to go down at all. In fact, I need to go opposite of the movement. So my head and all of my body weight is going this way because she's gonna be down this way. So we'll show you real quick, we'll hit that position and you can see where my torso is relativity to her. So we have 5, 6, 7, up. And again, I'm leaning away, settling into that leg, and straightening my front leg.
All right, so for the flyer, it's gonna be the same. So we have right to right. You're trying to grip a little bit higher up because eventually, like what you just saw at the very end, we're about here. So starting up high is very, very important. So we have right to right, left to left. Now from here, I'm just doing it super, super simple. So I'm just closing my feet and facing him. So he's facing the camera and I'm facing straight towards him. From there, you definitely want to make sure that you're counting together. So we have 5, 6, down 7, up 8. Our job is to go straight up as well. Because the arms unravel to come around, the rotation is going to naturally happen. So the more vertical you go, the better. What's going to help you in the end is actually swinging your legs up. If you don't have a split right away, that's not going to matter. So it's not about how flexible you are. It's literally just taking a jump and then from there just spreading your legs out nice and wide to give you that extra little boost to go up into the air. So we're going to try that real quick. We're going to show you we're just focusing on the up part. We're going to do the whole thing, but just focus on the up part. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and then down. Then we come back up. So what we're going to talk about next is the around the world. That's the name of it. So we're going around the world. What's going to happen is after you've done that kick, you're going to get a little hook with your right leg. So after you've done that kick up and you try and point your toes out to the side, as you start to come down, because it's naturally going to, you're going to hook your right leg around his chest. So you're going to try and go up as high as you can, hook that right leg around his chest and squeeze. That way you can come all the way down. Once he feels you on his body, he's going to start to bring you around. So he's going to start to turn his torso. You just want to stay as tight as possible and then start to rotate your body towards him. So I'm gonna try and show you nice and slow here. We're gonna try and go up and then we're gonna catch, and I'll go nice and slow for you guys. All right, so we got 5, 6, 7, up 8. I'm gonna hook. This is really difficult. We're gonna hook here. I'm gonna keep my legs nice and tight, keep my chest up high, and then go back. And then from here, use your arms to lift yourself up, and I kind of squeeze my legs again to kind of help him with that instead of making him do all of the lifting.
Yeah, last detail on that, when you're in that line, flyers, just make sure that you're really activating your glute muscles, getting your hips up.
So let's show you the ending of that real quick. So we're gonna go through it again. I'm gonna show you how not to do it and how to do it. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. This is how you should do it. This is how you should not do it.
No.
So lift your chest up, roll your shoulders back. I'm not talking upside down anymore. Lift your chest up, take your shoulders back, and just squeeze your arms together tightly to your rib cage. If you collapse, it's not gonna feel good. You might feel like you need to collapse a little bit because you're worried your head is gonna hit the floor. That's why I'm saying once you do that hook with that right leg, slowly go down into the dip. Keep your chest up high, roll those shoulders back.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the around the world, but we're gonna be doing this sitting from the floor variation. So we're gonna go ahead and help our flyer down. All right, so for this particular movement, sometimes if the flyer has a good grip on the floor with her feet, then she doesn't need your help here. But if the floor is slick, or if she's wearing some kind of footwear that makes it slick, then you're gonna have to assist by placing your leg or your foot against her feet so she can use that to then jump up into the air. So the goal with this particular movement is as much height as possible, because the height is gonna allow us to get the rotation in there. So we're gonna demonstrate this real quick, and then we're gonna break down the handhold and everything. So we're gonna go right to right, left to left, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, you got high that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about the hands real quick, even though I kind of
You already
started doing
did.
it.
We're gonna talk about the hands later.
All right.
That's all right.
So we're gonna do a trapeze grip. So it's gonna be right to right. We're gonna aim for not each other's elbows, but just below that, because naturally our hands are gonna kind of hit that position, so they'll slide. So you wanna start up nice and high, right? So right to right, and then from here what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go underneath. We're gonna grab the front of the forearms, left to left. Again, nice high grip on the arms. Timing for this is 5, 6, 7. See how we're both going away from each other right now, creating a lot of resistance. And then on 8, we'll go boom, and she's gonna shoot up through her feet as much as she can. And at the same time, I'm coming up through the legs and trying to lift those arms up high. Not doing this because you don't need it. Try and get height. She's gonna grip your body, and then she's gonna go around. When we hit this final position, I wanna make sure I straighten this leg here. This is our preferred exit. I'm going to send my hands forward and shoulders are back opposite of her, and I'm going to keep this leg compressed so we get this nice cool looking line. And then obviously you want to bring your hands up and help your flyer back up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and demonstrate that again with the timing and everything. So we have 5, 6, 7. Nice. Hoop at the end.
So for the flyers, if you watched the video beforehand and you did it from standing, that's going to help you kind of get used to where you need to end up. From the floor, it just takes more power. It's a little bit scarier because there's a lot more height to get. So if you need to try that standing a couple of times just to get used to it, just go back to that spot and like try that several times. I'm sure we'll put like a link to go to just that specific video. So we're gonna start on the floor. We're gonna press our feet, our toes, up against his left leg. You can always reverse this. What you're gonna do is you're gonna have that grip. So we've got right to right, left to left. So he's gonna count it out. We have 5, 6, 7. So I'm taking it back. So I'm not collapsing my shoulders. I'm trying to keep my shoulders back, but you'll kind of see me collapse just a little bit just to get that distance away from him. Then from there, instead of jumping straight towards him, which will be bad, you're gonna try and jump straight up. Okay, so don't think about the rotation, don't think about where you're gonna end up. We're literally just trying to create height here. So we're gonna try it, we're gonna go through the whole thing.
5, 6, 7.
And pose. So with this one, we're just trying to get as much height as possible. Just like the one that we demonstrated before, you're trying to jump from the floor. Then from there, you're gonna take your legs out wide. So you don't have to be flexible for this at all. I keep saying it, but it's true. Literally, you're just taking your legs out to the sides as wide as you can. Sometimes if you take it out into like a V shape, that's gonna help you a little bit instead of trying to take it out to the sides. That's my little secret for you guys, so you're welcome. Little V shape, it's gonna create a nice long line, and it's gonna give you that little extra height to get up and then come around. So with this one, we're gonna try again. We're gonna get that right leg hooked onto his chest. It might be a little bit higher now because I'm trying to get as high as possible. We're gonna try and stop it right there so you can see what's happening as I come down. We're gonna go nice and slow into that dip. And I'll try and talk you through it without running out of breath.
6, 7.
We're here, I've caught him with my right leg. Brandon's gonna hold me. I'm gonna squeeze my leg, keep my chest up high, and then take it back. Squeeze your legs again, lift your body up with your arms, and then he will place you off to the side or in front, wherever you end up.
Yeah.
All right guys, if you liked this video and you found it helpful, please like, comment, subscribe.